Hi students, in this video I'll be going through the 2023 O-Level Mathematics Paper 1 question 14. So this is an explanation question regarding angles and triangles. Okay, so let's take a look at the question. Okay, so we are told that ABC is a triangle. D is a point on AC such that it is equal distance from A, B and C. Okay, so one of the things that you should do for questions like this would be to mark out on the diagram information that is given to you. Okay, so over here we are told that point D is a point on AC and is equal distance from points A, B, and C. Okay, so this means that this length AD, BD, and DC are the same length. Okay, so over here you can see now that we quite obviously have two isosceles triangle, triangle ABD and triangle BCD are isosceles. Okay, so now we are asked to explain why this angle ABC over here, that means this angle why is it a right angle? So we are asked to explain why it's a right angle. Alright, so for questions such as this my approach would be what I call the left hand side to right hand side method. Okay, so since we are now asked to explain why angle ABC is a right angle, so what I will try to do here is now we'll start with on the left side angle ABC. Okay, so over here angle ABC on the left side. Okay, and then we try to work our way down and then finally prove that it's a right angle, so it must be equals to 90 degrees. Okay, so this will be my approach to a question like this. So we work our way from the left side. Okay, we go downwards and then we try to reach 90 degrees. Okay, okay, so let's start from angle ABC. Okay, so angle ABC. Okay, so now what we have is angle ABC. So at this point, we need to ask ourselves one question. Okay, so what can we do after this to proceed forward? Okay, so technically over here, if you look at the diagram, there's only one thing you can do to proceed forward. So you can see the angle ABC is actually the sum of two smaller angles, right? Angle ABD as well as angle DBC. Okay, so this will be the only thing that you can logically do at this point in time, which is to break it down into angle ABD plus angle DBC. Okay, okay, so this is one step forward. Okay, then from here, how can we proceed to then show that it's 90? Okay, so over here you can see that 90 degrees is a number, right? Okay, it's a value. Okay, it's a number, it's a value. So somehow what we need to do now, so far we have broken down angle ABC to two smaller angles. Okay, but these two angles are not of a value form. That means we don't know what's the value of these two angles. So somehow our objective now would be to try to involve some values or some numbers into the question. Okay, so how can we do that? Okay, so over here you see we have an isosceles triangle, right? So let's say, okay, I'm going to add one more line here. So angle ABD will be equals to angle BAD, correct? Because it's an isosceles triangle. Okay, so over here, how can we then involve numbers? So if what I do is, if I were to replace angle ABD with angle BAD, and then if I do likewise on the other side, angle DBC, right, I replace with angle DCB, okay, plus angle DCB. Okay, then I won't achieve my objective, right? You see, my objective is to involve some numbers in the question, correct? So if I were to just replace them with these two values, then with these two other angles, okay, because of the property of isosceles triangle, then I wouldn't involve any numbers yet. Okay, but what I want to do is to involve numbers into the question. Okay, so how can I involve numbers into the question? Okay, so this is where you need to turn your attention to the other angles in the other angle in the triangle. Okay, so let me change the color of my marker to green. Okay, so you see over here there's another angle, right? Okay, so how can we relate this angle to angle ABD? Okay, so if we're over here we have an isosceles triangle, right? So would you agree with me if I say that if I take 180 okay, minus this angle, and then I divide by 2, I will be able to get angle ABD. Okay, so what I'm saying here is that angle ABD, right, is actually equals to 180 minus angle ADB, okay, which is a green angle, divided by 2, right? Okay, so what I can do is I can now replace this angle ADB, right? Okay, this angle ADB with 180 minus angle I can replace angle ABD with 180 minus angle ADB over 2. Okay, which is what I'm going to do over here. Okay, I'm going to color code this so that later on we can see more clearly. Right, so I'm going to change back to blue. So 180 minus, okay, then change to green again. Okay, change to green. Angle ADB divide by 2. Okay, okay, so divide by 2. Okay, so the green angle over here. Okay, now I'm going to change the color again. Maybe I change to purple and we look at another angle. So we'll do likewise for this one, right? Okay, so we want to replace angle DBC. Okay, now DBC is in purple, right? Okay, okay, so maybe purple not very clear. Let me change it to maybe red. Okay, more contrasting. Maroon color. Okay, so this one. Okay, all right. So angle DBC. Okay, DBC will be 180 minus angle BDC, then divide by 2. Okay, so that's what we're going to write down again. Okay, so plus 180 minus angle BDC divide by 2. Okay, divide by 2. Okay, so now you see we have okay, gone closer to our objective of getting a number, because now we have involved numbers in the question. So from here now we can add together. They have the same base of 2, right? Same denominator. So we can actually combine everything to a same denominator. So we'll get 180, okay, minus angle ADB. Okay, then after that plus 180 minus angle BDC. Okay, so now what we have is this. Okay, then we're going to go to the next step, okay, which is to just simplify the numerator. So 180 plus 180 will get 360. Then we'll have minus angle ADB. Okay, then after that minus angle BDC, right? BDC. Okay, so minus those two. Okay, then we change the color to blue. Okay, then divide by 2. Okay, then from here you will see what is going to happen. Okay, so 360 minus. Okay, now we're going to factorize out the negative sign. Okay, then basically what we're going to have will be divide by 2. Okay, what we're going to have will be angle ADB. Okay, plus angle BDC. Alright. Okay, then you can see clearly here, green plus red angle is angle on the adjacent angle on a straight line, right? So they will sum up to become 180. So in other words, what we are going to get will be, okay, what we're going to get will be 360 minus 180, because the green and the red angle add together is 180, right? Divide by 2. Okay, so 360 minus 180 will give you 180. Divided by 2, you will get 90 degrees, which is what you are required to explain. Okay, so this is what I call the left hand side. Okay, we start from what they want us to show, angle ABC, and then we slowly go on over to the other side. Okay, the other side we slowly prove that it's going to be 90 degree. Okay, so I call this the left side to the right side answer. Okay, because on the left side we start with angle ABC, and the right side we want to show that it's equals to 90. Okay, so how did just run through how did my thinking process for the question. So we start off with angle ABC. Okay, there's nothing else to be done other than to break it up into the two smaller angles, right? Okay, then eventually I want a value, a 90 degree on the right side, right? So I need to think of for the second step, think of a way to involve numbers. Okay, so one way to involve numbers would be to use this angle, okay, over here near the center part, this angle, whereby I can express it as 180 minus that angle ADB divided by 2. And that is how I involve numbers into the question. Okay, then do likewise for the other triangle. Okay, and then you should be able to realize that these two angles, they add up to 180, right? Okay, so this is my approach to the question. So it is not easy. Okay, such questions like this is not easy. Okay, but you need to do more practice, and then eventually you'll get more confident and well versed at explaining questions like this. All right. Okay, so I hope that this video has been helpful to you, to guide you, okay, on how to present your solution in a very logical and well presented manner. All right.